Hi guys, and welcome to Watch It Wednesday, episode 120. So let's talk about this week's card. Now, I'm going to be using, this is from the current mini catalog, that's the January through April mini catalog. And this DSP is called Beautiful Bokeh. Now, bokeh is a technique, we've done it before, but let me show you these papers where it has solid colors, mostly, on one side, except for the one I'm using today. And then on the back side, it is kind of that watermark, kind of sky, galactic kind of look. Alright, so I am using this tonight, trying to figure out which color card base I want to put with it. If I want to do, for my base card, if I want to do Gorgeous Grape, if I want to do Fresh Freesia, if I want to do Boho Blue, or if I want to do, Moonlight Madness. Misty Moonlight Madness, whatever. Alright, I'm thinking I kind of want to go in this direction. I think I want to use Boho Blue. And then I think what I'll do is I will use, to bring out some of this different color here, I will use, let's see, Blueberry Bushel as my mat. Alright, so I'm getting ahead of myself here a little bit. Let's go back to what we're doing. So here's my base card. This is Boho Blue. Baja Blue was many years ago, if I remember right. Or maybe it was Baja Breeze. I don't remember. This is Boho Blue. So that's our base card. I'm going to this card stock. Ooh, can't get my mouth to work right today. This is going to be my 3.5 by 4 3/4. So let's go 4 3/4 this way, by 3.5 this way. Now, someone asked me, how do I come up with all these different ideas? And let me tell you what I do. One of my first lives, I think the very first live I ever did, and this is why I don't do lives very often, I showed how I make my layers kit. And so what I essentially do, and you can see kind of right here, is I just take, oh, there's another piece of card fronts. I just literally take all of these different squares that I've created, all these different rectangles, squares, and I kind of just start putting things together. It's like, ooh, do I like that? Ooh, do I like that? And kind of go from there. So you can see here, I have my 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then here's my 2 1/4. I want to layer something around this, so I'm going to add 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, depending on which type of frame I want. If I want a thicker frame or a thinner frame. So a lot of it goes back to my original kit that I showed in that very first live, my layering kit. All right. So we have this. Now we're going to do this. I'm going to do this in this layer, so it's going to be just a little bit bigger than this cardstock. All right. So this is going to be 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. So here we go. 3 5/8 is this mark right here, and this is 2 3/8 this way. 2 3/8 this way. So this is going to be the little bit of a bigger layer. You can see it's just a little bit bigger than this. All right. So then for this layer here, I'm going to do it. Let me see. Uh-oh. Let me see if my computer just went down. Let's do it. Nope, still looks good. Let's do this in, this is very vanilla. Let's do this in the 2 1/4 by 3.5. So here we go, 2 1/4 by 3.5. And then, and I should have done that first because now I'm going to be using a different piece of cardstock because I didn't think about it first. My 4 3/4. Let me see if this goes 4 3/4. Nope. See, I should have cut that first. So my strip, 4 3/4 by a 1/2 inch. So let's do the 1/2 inch first. I'm going to go on this side so I have more of my cardstock leaning against that ridge. So this is 1/2 inch. And then 4 3/4, which is right there. All right. Let's see if I have all of this down. Now, if you want to add more layers, of course you always can. But this is what I'm going to do for this one. So here's my base card. Here is my 3 1/2. And see, you could use that side too if you wanted to. I kind of want to use this side. So here's my 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to, this is going to be a very thin layer because I only did the 1/8 up. But there we have that. And then we have this sediment strip, which I may or may not do. Let's set it up this way. I think I have a happy birthday that still goes straight up and down. So then this, instead of being flush, I'll put it right there. So this is going to be our setup for Friday. Base card, 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, 2 3/8 by 3 5/8, 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and then 4 3/4, which is the same measurement as that, by a 1/2 inch. So there's our setup for Friday. Let me let the camera kind of focus back in. I was moving my hands a lot, and I know that when I do that, sometimes it takes a while for my camera to catch up. But that's going to be our setup for Friday. I'm going to come up with a couple other little setups before then that I'll show you on Friday. But we'll go ahead and we'll work on this template to put our card together on Friday. Thanks for stopping in. Give me a thumbs up. Share on your social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most of all, have a great day. Thanks, and bye for now.